In today's economy, a high school diploma just isn't enough. Research conducted by the National Skills Coalition suggests that by the year 2020, 43% of Maryland's job openings will require employees with middle skills. And what are middle skills? These are jobs that require education beyond high school, but not a four-year degree. We'll take a look at how Howard County residents are getting the training they need for these careers. Welcome to Pathways. I'm Dr. Kate Hetherington. Whether you are looking for your first job, changing careers, or searching for a new challenge, Howard Community College offers tools and programs that bridge the middle skills gap. Here to tell us more is the Assistant Director of Career and Employment Counseling, Dr. David Tirpak. Welcome, Dave.
Thank you.
Well, we're excited to have you here, and we're also excited to hear about the types of career services that your department offers.
Yes, we have two main areas when it comes to career services. One is career counseling, and the second is job search assistance. So for career counseling, we're really helping a student through that career development cycle. So supporting them, helping them learn about themselves, learn about the world of work, encouraging them to get experiences, and ultimately the goal is to help them feel confident with the career choice that they make. For job search assistance, also internship search assistance, we're helping a student prepare for internships and interviews and jobs. So helping them with their cover letters, resumes, and also for interview prep and LinkedIn, all of these things using technology so that they're in the best possible situation to land an internship or job.
What a valuable resource for our students. And this is a service that's, how much is it?
It's absolutely free.
Free. Even the price is great.
Yes.
So how does the Career and Counseling Center link companies and students who want to work with them?
Yes, we work with a variety of employers. We have three main areas where an employer can gain access to students. One is we have a free online job database where they can register and post their positions so that anyone looking for internships or jobs can go there free of charge. And also we have job fairs and on-campus recruiting events. So our job fairs are a great experience for employers to come to campus. They've been sold out recently, and usually we get about 500 job seekers attending the event. So it's a great opportunity to face-to-face connect with individuals looking for opportunities. On-campus recruiting is also an opportunity for employers to come to campus, and we have tables and chairs set up near areas of high traffic for students so that they really get an opportunity to meet face-to-face with students here at HCC.
Well, thank you so much for the good work that you do with that. I know it's really important to our students and also for the employers in our community.
Thank you.
We're also joined by Jessica Ward, Operations Assistant with Howard Tech Advisors. Welcome, Jessica.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys.
Well, why does Howard Tech Advisors recruit from Howard Community College?
Well, Howard Tech Advisors, one of our main goals is to build community within the people that we are able to work with and our friends within the community. So we find that if we're able to recruit from HCC, that those individuals will already have a connection and an understanding of the community, as well as having things in common with our clients.
And how has your experience with HCC been valuable to your company?
We find that when we are able to attend, it's a great investment of our time. We're able to meet with anywhere from 30 to 50 candidates that day. And even if we don't have anything available, we still like to come to build a relationship so when something is available, we already have that foundation created with an individual. We recently were able to bring on an intern, Tony Coyne. He came and saw me at every job fair with his resume. He was always prepared, and he has the skill set that we're looking for. He has a passion for the Howard County community. So we created an internship position just for Tony, and we were able to bring him on board, and he's been a great addition to our team, as well as the other engineers and interns that we've been able to bring on from Howard Community College.
Well, thank you so much for supporting our students, and thank you, Dave, for all the good work that you do. We appreciate both of you being here today.
Thank you.
The nursing and allied health programs at Howard Community College are among the academic programs that regularly fulfill Howard County's need for middle skill workers. But for these programs, students must have hands-on experience outside the classroom. Clinical partners like Howard Radiology are crucial to providing this necessary training and contributing to the success of our students. Howard Radiology has been a clinical site partner for Howard Community College students since the Radiologic Technology program began in 2008.
We're partners with the college from the beginning of the radiology program with your students. One of the reasons is just to give back. I mean, we want to give those folks the same kind of hand up that we got when we were coming up in our careers. It helps our facility, showing talented students how to do the things the way that we do it. So not only the technical portion of taking an x-ray and following directions from a radiologist, but the level of customer service that we bring to it, you know, how to make that all part of one experience.
The partnership provides managing partner Sabine Wilson and her staff the opportunity to develop and improve the skills of future professionals. It also provides a pipeline of new employees for Howard Radiology.
Very talented folks. The people that we see are ones that are really dedicated to helping in the medical community. And first step is radiology, being an x-ray tech. We have several who've come to work for us, some that have gone on to expand their skills. Maybe now they do CT or they do MRI. But x-ray is usually the first step into radiology for a tech. And it's an exciting career path.
Since Wilson's children attended the college, she already knew the positive impact the college has on families. But she and her husband wanted to do more to assist radiologic technology students. Working with the Howard Community College Educational Foundation, they began the Hartson-Wilson Family Trust to help Howard Community College students nearing the end of their studies.
My children have gone to HCC for various courses. My son got his AA degree there and went on to Maryland and is probably one course away from finishing his 4-year degree. And my daughter, who's at an out-of-state college, has taken several classes there during the summer so that she can graduate on time. So I just, from my own perspective, it's been a great blessing to have this in the community. And I know for a lot of people, a lot of adults as well as young people that are just coming out of high school, it represents an opportunity for a career, not just finding a job, but finding a career and growing. And I think we're really lucky to have it.
We are very fortunate to have clinical partners like Howard Radiology. More information about the Radiologic Technology Program is available on our website.
Learning at home. Learning in the classroom. Learning for success. For learning that works for you, choose Howard Community College. To find courses and programs that fit your schedule and learning style, visit hcclearningworks.com. You can get there from here.
As the firefighting profession evolves, firefighters and paramedics must receive additional education to advance their careers. Howard Community College collaborated with the Howard County Department of Fire and Rescue Services to create the new Fire Science and Leadership Program, which was announced at a college event. For Howard County Executive Allan Kittleman and Fire Chief John Butler, the Fire Science and Leadership Program at Howard Community College will usher in a new era of training for firefighters who want to advance in their careers.
And I'm really excited that we're here because, providing an educational pathway for our firefighters and paramedics, both career and volunteer, so they can be better able to compete in an ever-growing and competing and difficult economy. And day in and day out, our firefighters and paramedics risk their lives for the sake of the greater good, as I've said. And this new degree is about opening doors.
For Howard County Executive Allan Kittleman and Fire Chief John Butler, the Fire Science and Leadership Program at Howard Community College will usher in a new era of training for firefighters who want to advance in their careers.
That pipeline has to exist to create the leadership that will take the department into the next era. This program creates a lot of flexibility for our firefighters. It is a very progressive program that will actually, for the first time in Howard County, take all those years of training and compile them into a process where they're worth up to 40 credits. And the other 20 credits would be coming from a gen ed education here at the college. It's a very progressive program.
Firefighter Kevin Panizari is among the first to enroll in the new program, but he is not new to serving his community. A former Marine, he now has 10 years experience battling fires.
It seemed like a job that translated well from being in the military. My dad was a volunteer when he was younger, and I had some friends that were firefighters, so when the opportunity came, I thought it would be something that I might be able to do.
In the Fire Science and Leadership program, students are required to earn 60 credits. 40 credits come from courses specific to fire and rescue, and another 20 credits come from general education courses. Successful graduates will earn an Associate of Applied Science.
The degree program is associate's degree, so it's 60 credits, and 40 of those credits come from classes that we've taken here with the fire department, and then 20 would be regular core classes from the college. So I've already achieved almost all the 40 credits, so really it's just a matter of completing the core classes at the college, which is pretty reasonable.
As he looks ahead, Panizari knows that a college degree will meet the requirements for promotion and also prepare him for the higher levels of responsibility and decision-making that come with leadership.
I would say it's critical to being a firefighter, especially if you're in an officer position or a leadership position here, because you have to make decisions that could be the difference between life and death, whether it's someone we work with or a citizen in the community or someone. So leadership is important to be able to make decisions under high-stress situations.
Howard County Fire and Rescue is one of the many organizations that hires for middle-skilled careers. Another hot career is cybersecurity. With over 130,000 information technology jobs, Maryland is at the center of cybersecurity in this country. And Howard Community College is partnering with local cyber businesses to make connections and opportunities happen for students. Working in cybersecurity, Brian Burgess started seeing a gap between what his industry needed in employees and what recent college graduates knew. Through his involvement with the Maryland Center for Entrepreneurship, he recognized it was time for a change.
So when we do a lot of federal engagements, we see a lot of people that come out freshly minted, cybersecurity people with degrees that don't really know the tooling, they don't really know what they need to do. So there's a lot of the soft skills that they don't have. They may have some of the technical aptitude, but they don't necessarily know how to interact as a member of a team. They don't know how to interact as part of a larger project.
Burgess decided the answer could be found at Howard Community College. Through his company, iSystematics, Burgess is working with students to detect intrusions within business networks. Students learn on iSystematics equipment at the college.
You really have to get your hands wet with it and get in there and work with it. So we wanted to provide an environment that the students could, not only get exposure to new technologies that aren't really being taught right now, but also use that as an environment for training in cybersecurity as well, because all these systems still have to be secured. So it gives us a couple of different avenues that we can work with the students.
As a result of this partnership, students learn theory in the classroom and then get experience through iSystematics. They perform real-life work for an actual project.
So they get more attention, and the student gets experience as well. So they get to understand, some tools that they may not have had access to because it's not being taught right now. And we can work with them to understand those tools and run those tools and help them interpret those results and ultimately open findings for customers. That way we can reduce findings and make companies more secure. So that's really the larger goal here is, to put together a more effective risk management framework using the students and bring those issues to light to the customers so that they can fix their vulnerabilities and be more secure.
For Burgess, this new approach is a twist on the traditional internship model. By interacting with the industry early, students have more opportunities for employment and can start new jobs with confidence.
The ultimate goal is to use them on real-world engagements, so to make them billable and provide an avenue that they can get compensated for their work. What's unique about what we've done from an internship perspective is it's not your traditional internship where students will go and sit for 8 hours and they kind of learn through osmosis. What we've created is more of an on-demand internship, so we have a task management system that we're able to give them tasks, and so it's a smaller footprint. We don't have to have office space for them to come into. They don't have to work with 10 people. We don't have to keep them engaged for 6 or 8 months before they might possibly be productive. We're able to give them tasks that we have on the dockets with our customer, and they can help deliver those tasks to our customer. So ultimately it helps us because we get a resource to help with something that we would normally have to do ourselves, but it gives the student an experience to kind of get that real world experience. Because the number one question they ask us is, all this stuff are we learning, are we actually going to use this in the real world?
The college looks forward to partnering with even more businesses in the coming year.
Learning at home. Learning in the classroom. Learning for success. For learning that works for you, choose Howard Community College. To find courses and programs that fit your schedule and learning style, visit hcclearningworks.com. You can get there from here.
When Nafisa Mohamed relocated to Howard County, one of her first priorities was to pursue her passion of helping others. She first passed the GED exam and then HCC's Certified Nursing Assistant program and Advanced Patient Care Technician courses. She is now a student in our credit nursing program and serving as a clinical technician at the Johns Hopkins Hospital. Here to tell us more is Nafisa and the Continuing Education Nursing and Allied Health Program Director, Jennifer Bukowitz. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Nafisa, we'll start with you. Tell us about your experience at HCC.
Oh, my experience here has been great. When I came here, I did not know where to begin with my life. I knew that I wanted to make something and I wanted to do something with helping people, and it was first step first. I had to finish high school and I didn't know if they could help, and everyone here has been amazing. Everyone I've met, from the counselors to my instructors, they've been great. They've been sort of like a mentor for me. My instructor even came out to my high school graduation. It was really amazing. I appreciate everything that HCC has done for me because it has truly changed my life.
And you've had a great learning experience while you're here, the courses that you've had?
Yes, yes. The instructors in the courses in the patient care, and especially the CNA, because when I started the CNA class, I had no idea what it was. I went to a counselor and they're pretty much, well, what do you want to do? I think if I'm aiming high, I want to be a nurse. And for me, that's aiming high. And they were like, okay, well, I think it's great if you start off with the CNA program. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, I'll do it. Whatever it takes, I'll do it. And I didn't know what it was. And the instructor really gave me confidence because I didn't have any experience with really much anything job related. And so it's been great.
Wow, that's good news. Glad to hear that. Jennifer, why is the CNA program a good choice for students?
Well, the CNA program is typically the first step in advancing the student's healthcare career education. Nafisa is a perfect example of many of the students here at Howard Community College. Howard Community College has a great reputation in the community for preparing healthcare careers professionals. And the CNA program, again, is the foundational nursing preparation program.
And what are the career options for those who have chosen this path?
Well, most of the CNA students who graduate from the Howard Community College program advance into higher education, either in the RN program, or they seek out higher certification to work in hospital-based jobs, like Nafisa as a hospital technician at Hopkins.
And Nafisa, how has your experience at HCC shaped your future?
It's given me a future. I think definitely my future was very dim before, and now it's bright, and now I have the confidence to sort of continue with my education and see that I can do it, that it is possible. And you take a course like the CNA program, and for some people it may be like minor, but I think for me it taught me a lot of just basic life skills. You know, I was 18, I was on my own for the first time, and I was really trying to make myself more independent, so where I didn't have to rely on the people who were sort of, you know, housing me. because it's a burden, and I didn't want to be anyone's burden, and it's really taught me a lot of great things.
So you went from high school, GED, HCC, and your first job was?
Hopkins.
Hopkins.
Yeah.
That's very impressive.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you should be very proud of yourself.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you both for being here today and telling us about the program. And Nafisa, we wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Finally, the college recently marked the 10th anniversary of the opening of the Horowitz Visual and Performing Arts Center. The center offers theater, music, dance, and art exhibits for the community to enjoy. Let's take a look. The Peter and Elizabeth Horowitz Visual and Performing Arts Center opened its doors in the fall of 2006 and quickly became a cultural hub for Howard County.
I still call it the new building. In the last 10 years, 75,000 students have taken arts and humanities courses, and the Horowitz Center is the home of arts and humanities. 500 students have received degrees or certificates in arts and humanities, and 750, or actually over 750 students have transferred to four-year institutions in the arts and humanities areas.
When Arts and Humanities Dean Valerie Lash looks around the facility today, she is still amazed.
The Horowitz Center has so far exceeded my expectations. The building itself, of course, is gorgeous, and it really is a work of art itself, but to be able to teach and learn and create in a piece of art is inspiring. And so I think over the last 10 years that so many of the students, faculty, performers, exhibition artists have been inspired by the facility itself, so it has far exceeded my expectation.
To realize those expectations, employees and community members donated to the building's construction. They raised more than $5 million.
I was one of the original donors in one of the seats there, has my plate on the back of it, and I dedicated that to the teachers here who are fantastic people and musicians. So to get an AA degree here in music therapy, I always said it's a steal of a deal because of the teachers here, and then the education was fantastic.
McCormack and other donors, such as Joanne Davis, joined the college to celebrate 10 years of arts excellence.
It's a celebration of what actually was the first exciting, beautiful building that was added to this campus. And it's so exciting because it wasn't just this for the arts, which has been wonderful, but this was the beginning of a rebirth that has continued and continues on now. So we're very excited to be here.
For Lash, the first 10 years are only the beginning.
In the next 10 years, we hope to continue to offer wonderful arts education to our students and to offer exceptional theater and dance and music and visual arts. We want to keep getting better and better.
Well, that wraps up this edition of Pathways. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.